What's up, everybody? Now that week 2 of LFR is out, let's go over the strategies that we need to complete this. Now, as always, tank everything facing away from the raid, dispel what you need to, have fun. This fight is a little bit more difficult, so you do need to tank these two dragons very far away from each other in this room. The DPSers will be split right down the middle. You do see here I get both the debuffs, and that's not what's supposed to happen. I'm only supposed to get one. So I do keep moving the boss further and further back just to see if I can only get another debuff. So there it is. I have 2 of 1. The other one should fall off. I am in perfect position. Face these bosses away from the raid. They do a frontal cone breath. Pick up all these ads. You do see these corruption ads. As a DPSer, you do want to keep these interrupted. They will cast something. You can stun them, CC them, snare them, whatever it is you need to do, go ahead and handle them accordingly. Now, when the tank gets to 7 or 8 debuffs, the tanks should switch dragons. Now, the tanks will not switch positions, the dragons will switch positions so that the DPS don't have to. So you do see more ads here. I walk in to pick them up. They do have to get focused down. During this fight, another thing to note is that dispels are very important for healers. So you see here I had 7 debuffs. We are going to swap the dragons. So I go over, taunt the other dragon, run back into position. You did see that the stacks did fall off. If they get to 10 stacks, you do get a huge stun on you that can wipe you. Now over to my left, you can see that there is a flower there. What needs to be done is a DPS needs to stand on that flower. If nobody stands on that flower, it spawns ads continuously. But the damage that flower does is not that great, so someone does need to stand in it. Now you do see here I keep getting more and more debuffs on this. This means that the dragons are way too close. I keep trying to move, but every time I move, my healers don't follow me. This is a big issue in LFR. Communication can basically wipe and kill a raid. So you do see I do start running very far away, but my health starts going down. None of the healers are following me. The other tank is facing the dragon towards the raid and not moving away. This is a very bad situation to be in. I do pop a lot of defensive cooldowns to try to survive this. But try to be very aware of what's going on. Now, with all of these ads, as a DPSer, you should prioritize the ads 100% of the time. These ads will overwhelm you. Also, if you do see one of those flowers, if you're a ranged DPS or a healer, do everybody a favor and just stand inside of that flower. Now, I do get to 8 stacks. I do taunt the dragon off, but then the other tank re-taunts him. Here's where LFR can get a little messy. I keep trying to pull the other dragon. The tank follows me. I get 10 stacks of the debuff, and there's the 30-second stun that can kill you. Luckily, the healers were on it. They did see me get this debuff, and they just started overhealing me. So that's good. But this is absolutely the worst position you can be in with this stun. So as tanks, make sure you guys know exactly what you're doing, and make sure you guys have positioning down. Whether you need to use markers, flares, whatever it is you need to do, make sure you can position them exactly where they need to be. So all in all, this boss fight isn't too difficult. Split the DPS right down the middle, 1 on each dragon, pick up all of the ads, stand in all the flowers, make sure you dispel people because there's a lot of snares that happen, interrupt the ads if they have any cast, and as tanks, swap the dragons. And do not swap positions, only dragons. So you do see here another taunt. I only had 3 stacking debuffs, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Not a lot of communication here. This is how hectic LFR can be. The other tank took my position. I wasn't sure what was going on. I'm just trying to keep a decent handle on things. You do see there, that flower is what you need to stand on. Here we have another frontal cone ability. Just make sure you're faced away from the group. I try to pick up a few of these ads, but they're going to overrun you unless you stand inside that flower. So to sum up the boss again, kill the ads, face them away from the group, swap them accordingly, and stand in any flowers. Alright, that does it for LFR. It's nothing crazy difficult, but you definitely need more coordination than last week. Good luck tanking out there, and I hope your pugs are more coordinated than mine was.